Welcome to The New Next, a podcast that addresses current events and how they will impact the future. Co-hosted by the inquisitive public speaking champion, Mike McVeigh, and energy, economics, and technology expert, Matt Jensen. Join us as we explore all things energy, economic, tech, and political, and how they will affect our future.
Podcasts typically grow by word of mouth. If you know anyone who would enjoy this content, sharing this in a message or by posting on social media would mean the world to us. Thanks for listening, and let's get started.
It's an interesting time because basically the cost of money has increased a lot. Mm-hmm. So, the average mortgage rate has doubled from the start of the year from 3% to 6%. So if you're going out and loaning the vast majority of the price of your home, basically, so the bank owns your home, right? Like most people do. Right. The economics between that have totally changed, but also there's a much higher inventory that there's been. Basically, inventory over demand, like sellers. So I think it's really kind of in the transition point right now, but there's a lot of people that probably are unable to qualify for loans that were able to qualify for loans earlier in the year to the interest rate deviation. And what you're seeing before too was a lot of people going in for full cash offers, whether they be institutions and stuff like that, and multiple above price offers for homes, but the inventory for homes has increased dramatically. So out of my basically 5 neighbors right now, 2 of them have their houses for sale. And I think
always fun.
Yeah. Well, and I think a lot of people are. So it's interesting to see what happens, because those housing prices are still pretty high, and you hope that you could sell it for that. But also with that too, kind of the comparable of some of the building products that were unavailable during COVID are now more available, like lumber prices have crashed. So kind of the availability of supplies to build your home again is there. Like even with cement, like I knew at a time that people were having trouble getting cement. Yeah. Which is crazy, right? We live in, one of the biggest countries in the world, or the biggest economy, and you couldn't get basically basic goods. So it's like we said before, I don't really know where things are necessarily going, but I feel like they're not going down, or they're not going up, right? Based on rates, based on increased availability. It kind of seems like we've been in an everything bubble, while 2008 was mostly housing securitization. So gotcha. Let's hope that there's not a huge housing crisis like there was before. But I feel it's really this kind of transition period, and since we're such a consumption-based economy, like if the consumer pulls back, then that's going to be pretty detrimental for a lot of our economic prospects.
If you would like to learn more about the New Next podcast, find us at thenewnextpodcast.com, where you can suggest a topic you would like for us to cover. If you enjoyed what you heard, share the podcast, tell a friend about it, or rate us with 5 stars. We appreciate you.